So I'm shooting this video as like a editor's cut, behind the beat, fucking beat breakdown, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna talk about my new song, Shoulda Known, with Susan from Tennessee. Let's go ahead and just give this a listen. I want to start with the beat. No, let's just play the whole song out, and then I'll pause it periodically. Alright, that section right there was the only thing, like, melodic idea that I knew for sure had to be in this song. When Susan and I sat down together, all I knew is that I wanted da-na-na-na, and I know now, or whatever notes they are. Yeah, she took that melody and immediately put those words to it. And I know now. And she just worked her magic, and within like a minute, she was like, something needs to come before that. So it's like, shoulda known then, but I know now. That basically drove the rest of the story, you know. We're like, okay, well, this sounds kind of like a breakup concept, like, shoulda known, now I know. I also want to give a brief moment to focus on the beat. It was like the happiest minor key beat I've ever made. So isolate the vocals, maybe have some fun with this. And then, but I know now, I know now. Alright, let's get into the next section. Actually, I'm going to skip this section because the order we wrote it, I wrote this is my my part of the chorus, came in, I wrote that last. So I wrote this verse with her, we just sat down and wrote it together. Why am my settings all fucked?
I should've known that. You took my heart and stole it, crumpled it and broke it. Guess my lenses cut like roses.
I wrote that. I like when I started writing, for some reason writing takes forever, but that I got down in like 30 seconds. Should've known then, took my heart and stole it, crumpled it and broke it. Guess my lenses colored like roses. And that's where I got stuck for a second until she went off with the roses thing. Your eyes are like the ocean.
Eyes are like the ocean, but I couldn't keep my head up. Sipping on that potion, mine was poison, was a setup.
Eyes are like the ocean, but I couldn't keep my head up. I just wanted to draw more of that imagery of like drowning, being overwhelmed.
Sipping on that.
Then she was just throwing words out. She's like, I want something about like potion, which I spent some time working with, toying with, and I finally landed on that internal rhyme. Sipping on that potion, mine was poison, was a setup.
Sipping on that potion, mine was poison, was a setup. Happy ever after is.
This next line, I kind of cringe every time because all I needed to say was happily. Like if I slid the L into happily, it would make way more sense.
Happy ever after isn't how that shit would end up. I guess that's what you get when you look past the every mess up. It's a blessing in disguise, so I guess I got the best luck. I'm blessed to be alive, so she didn't get the best of it. I guess that's what you get when you look past the every mess up.
I guess that's what you get when you look past their every mess up. That's just like a generic ass, like vague thing to say, so I knew it would like land with people. Back to the chorus. Then coming up, we have my version of a chorus.
I should've known that you weren't the best for me. I should've known that this shit would end poorly. Now that I know that it's clear you were meant for me, I should've listened to the shit that my friends told me.
That part, I just needed to like, I was structuring it all together after I wrote my first verse and the second verse and her chorus, and I was sitting there like, this needs like a second half of a chorus. Like this chorus isn't a chorus. So I had to write something, and I'm like, okay, we have like some complicated harmonies and whatever going on over here. Why don't I just pick something like rhythmically so simple and like a melody that anyone could sing, like, I should have known that, like, it's kind of dorky and stupid, but it seems to work for this song.
I should have known that you weren't the best for me. I should have known that this shit would end poorly.
Let's get into this verse. Again, this one I wrote just by myself, like the day after. And I just loved the amount of imagery we used. So I started this one off with the warning lights were flashing and alarms were going off.
Warning lights were flashing and alarms were going off. We ignored them for a minute, but we started falling off. Yeah, we'd say we'd stay with it, we'd prevail at all costs. We could never predict just how ugly shit got.
You know, when I was recording this, it was like, I recorded it in 2 parts. And I was going to make it like a 3rd part at the end because I was running out of breath. But I realized on listening back to it that like, that sound of me like running out of breath almost just sounds so emotionally raw that I just decided to keep it like.
Popped out this investment and we settled for a loss. It was a civil separation and that kind of made it odd. Was the first time we'd agreed in like 2, 3, or 4 months. Reminded me of what we'd seen back at the very start.
Yeah, that's just emotionally driven. That's cool. And then we just get more harmonies on the outro. Let's play it out.
I should have known that you weren't the best for me. I should have known that this shit would end poorly. Now that I know that it's clear you weren't meant for me, I should have listened to the shit that my friends told me.
That outro is so cool. I messed with like 3 or 4 different outros, but when I decided to just isolate her vocal, cut out the beat and everything. Shout out Susan, thank you. Thanks for watching. This was fun song. It's out, obviously. It's probably been out for like a week by the time I post this. All right, cheers guys.